Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in this hypnosis session, you're going to be listening to a pain reduction hypnosis session that actually uses a phenomenon called synaesthesia as a key way to dilute and change certain sensations. Synaesthesia is where you link one sensory modality to something else. So sometimes you will get musicians that can see sounds or hear colors, and that's an example of synaesthesia. Some of the best memory experts that use mnemonics, they can recall everything that happens on any particular day, and they use unconsciously synaesthesia to give associations that enable them to map across modalities. So there's lots of evidence that synaesthesia is exceptional in certain people, but almost everyone has it to some level. Most people, for example, if they're using subvocalization to read, if something's bold and in capitals, they tend to make it louder in their internal representation of that sound, almost like someone shouting. And if it's kind of almost small in lowercase, it might sound quieter. So these things exist in all of us, but we can actually harness them to create change. And what this session does, it was very specifically calibrated to the individual. So this client, for example, felt that a texture that would be soothing would be soft, wet sand, and a sound that would be soothing would be lapping waves, but also a seagull. And that's quite unique because a lot of people would find a seagull sound to be quite an aggressive sound, but this client found it a soothing sound. So this kind of stuff is ideally done closely calibrated to certain things. This client felt that blue-green aquamarine would be a very healing color. A lot of the sessions that I do use the suggestion of healing white light. So almost the dominant healing color is white, or almost like a pastel yellow. But this particular client found that it was blues and greens. So there's lots going on in this session that were calibrated to the individual. So obviously it was designed to benefit them. But I would say it could benefit you because all of the suggestions are based on dialing down pain and increasing the ability to heal and restore. So if you are experiencing either current chronic pain or you're about to do something, maybe you're having dentist work, or you're having, as this client was, physical therapy, and you're worried that you might experience pain in that session, this will also help for that. But it will help much better if it's calibrated to colors that you associate with healing and soothing and calming and diluting. And all the words were very carefully chosen because they resonated with this particular client. So if you like the idea of working with me to help reduce pain, entirely calibrated and customized and bespoke for you, there will be a link in the description where you can schedule that free consultation call and we can have a chat about how we can make that happen. There's also lots of free things in there, free downloads, free courses. So if you're curious, check out the description and have a look at those. But right now, I would encourage you to listen to this. And it's not just a pain reduction session, it's also a pain reduction session that drifts into a sleep hypnosis session. The final suggestions are to drift into a healing, restorative sleep. So whether you want this for sleep or for pain or a combination of both, find a quiet, comfortable place, perhaps ideally your bed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in, and as you breathe in that resourceful feeling of calm and relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow your eyelids to close. And as your eyelids close, feel a sense of connection with yourself, your breath, but also the sound of my voice. That's it. Breathing in relaxation, exhaling tension, and just giving yourself permission to let go of any sensations, any thoughts, beliefs, or worries that reduce the quality of your life, and welcome those thoughts, feelings, and ideas that enhance it. And as you lie back now, with your eyes closed, I'd like you to use the power of your imagination to imagine yourself at a place where you feel calm and connected, perhaps on the porch at home, gazing out at trees, and maybe there's the occasional soft rustle of the leaves when there's a breeze, or the sound of birdsong, even certain scents that come from certain flowers, or the warmth of the sun on your skin. And I want you to notice that you feel safe here. You feel protected here, supported and surrounded by calm. And beneath the shade of the soft trees or the porch, just imagine that very gentle breeze with a combination of a sensation on your skin, but a certain scent connected to either a tree or a flower or something else. And I want you to get a sense it's the kind of breeze that seems to carry comfort with it. And in this moment, just begin to notice the weight of your body, the weight of your arms, your legs, and notice how it settles into stillness, almost like soft wet sand, gently shaping to your form. I want you to think of those times that you've used a memory pillow, or perhaps one of those mattresses that change shape to mold. Just imagine that you are lying in a chair with that sensation of soft wet sand supporting you but matching your shape. And there is nowhere to go, nothing to do, only this moment and your breath. And every time you breathe out, feel like you're letting go. And with every breath in, imagine yourself sinking deeper into calm. That's it. And because this is your imagination, we get to change things. Allow your physical body to stay in that chair, almost made of soft wet sand. Keep your physical conscious body there and allow your imagination to float to a massage table under a gazebo in your garden, still hearing the bird song. And I want you to get a sense that you feel relaxed on this table. And maybe you can imagine what it would feel like if there was a sky blue blanket weighted over your body before any physical therapy takes place, just to relax and comfort and soothe. And I want you to imagine that these cozy sky blue blankets with warmth and weight seem to melt away any tension, any stress, any rigidity. Just enable it to take you deeper and deeper relaxed. That's it. And the air is just the right temperature. And again, because this is your imagination, I'd like you to imagine beyond the border of your garden is the ocean. And I'd like you to imagine waves lapping at the shore and the occasional seagull squawking, all taking you into a wonderful place of ever-increasing relaxation. And as the breeze dances through the leaves of the trees, I wonder if you could imagine an orchestra there in your garden. See the conductor, and in fact, see an entire symphony. I want you to see all of the musicians lined up, looking elegant and starting to play soft orchestral tones, slow and peaceful, like the beginning of a sunrise. And I want you to imagine what it would feel like if there was a giant lamp over your garden, emitting the very colours of an early morning sunrise. Warm pinks, gentle yellows, hints of orange. And just imagine, this is coming at every angle. You are not in the shade of the gazebo. I want you to imagine that from every sound and every location, light is emitting with the very colour of an early morning sunrise. And this colour and light dances across your skin and your body like a cleansing light. And just imagine that the power of this light has the ability to soothe, melt, and dissolve any pain, rigidity, tension, stress, any preoccupation or worries. All of that melts away under the light of this soothing sunrise light. And in particular, focus on any parts of your body experiencing pain or could experience pain. That the moment the light touches that part of your body, pain no longer exists, only sensations. I want you to get a sense that something around that part of your body is beginning to melt. And if there's any discomfort there, you don't have to fight it. You simply allow it to be there, knowing that you are safe. And as you focus on that area now, the specific area, begin to notice its qualities. And maybe there's a colour to it, a shape, a texture, a sound. But whatever the shape, the sound, or even the colour is that represents unwanted sensations, I want you to feel that you have the ability to change them. So whatever it is, just notice it. No need to brace and no need to judge. But just decide that whatever it is can be changed. And I want you to imagine experiencing some kind of physical therapy where it could lead to those sensations. And as the sensations come, allow yourself to think of them in terms of colours and textures and shapes and motions. And then allow yourself to imagine changing it. If the colour red or black comes up, just imagine changing it shifting it, evolving it into a blue-green aquamarine or a soft calming sky blue. And if it feels jagged or sharp, imagine it like an icicle melting away, or like a pointed wax object melting beneath the sun, softening, dripping, flowing away. And if it has a sound, maybe like a screech, you get to either turn the volume down or replace it with the sound of lapping waves and the occasional seagull, or a bird singing just for you. Because if you imagine bird song from that same location, pain becomes more difficult to access, and the sensations become more and more manageable. And if it has a rhythm or tension, let it dissolve into the sound of a cello, or perhaps a harp or a piano. Maybe the peaceful drifting of strings, a lullaby in orchestral form. And with each breath, that discomfort feels less personal, less important, more like a ripple in the distance. And imagine that healing sunrise light. Now imagine it flowing through your body, almost like a warm stream of liquid sunlight is now inside you. And imagine it flowing down your arm and surrounding your elbow or any other part of your body like a soft, glowing cocoon. It doesn't rush, it simply rebuilds, quietly, consistently, and effectively. And every breath is like a brush stroke of restoration. And you don't even need to understand how the healing works. You just give permission to allow it. The more you allow it, the more your body finds its own rhythm, its wisdom, its capacity to repair and renew at a faster rate. And now, as this comfort begins to spread, you can feel yourself drifting even deeper into relaxation, almost as if, with every breath, you are floating further out onto a calm cloud of sleep. And each wave that laps against the shore takes with it the remnants of tension, stress, or worry, and leaves behind silence, stillness, and peace. And there is no need now to hold on to any unwanted sensations, and you don't need to brace or fight anymore. And any pain that was once sharp or intense or overwhelming is beginning to morph into a gentle warmth, fading now like the last colors of a sunset. Your body is held safe and softly cradled in the sky blue blankets of your imagination, under the canopy of healing light, with nothing to disturb your rest. Whenever you choose to, you can take your mind elsewhere. And whenever you think of unwanted sensations, just imagine freezing them, turning the sensations into a block of ice, and imagine that ice melting away. And as you drift even deeper now, your mind may wander into dreams of healing places, of peaceful beaches and swaying trees, of orchestras playing to the rhythm of your breath and the speed of your healing. And your body is doing exactly what it knows how to do: repairing, recovering, and melting away anything that doesn't belong. Imagine an aquamarine glow around your elbow or anything else. The combination of you imagine freezing any sensations that are unwanted. Imagine a colour, a bubble around those sensations, perhaps a blue-green aquamarine bubble around the sensations, like a force field. Just imagine shrinking that force field and melting that ice cube, and just feeling that you're letting go of any sensations that are unhelpful and unnecessary. You've already understood the message that this is a sign that you're making progress, and therefore the pain is not required. Just sensations to let you know that you're healing in the right area. And your body is doing exactly what it knows how to do: repairing, recovering, and melting away anything that doesn't belong. And now, if the time is right, you can fall asleep easily, deeply, and safely, because the work is already being done. And you are already becoming stronger, calmer, and freer, drifting, dreaming, and healing. And if the time is right to drift into a wonderful healing sleep, I will count from 1 to 10, and each number will take you deeper towards that journey into sleep. But if the time isn't appropriate for sleep and you wish to awaken, then when I arrive at number 10, you can choose to awaken and open your eyes. Only if now is not the right time to drift into that wonderful, healing, restorative, and rejuvenating sleep. Starting to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.